Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time for this Invicta challenge run here on Wacky Wednesday. Thank you all for making it possible. I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to hop on into the meme of the day and then get going because I need to explain what's going to be happening. It's going to be a very difficult challenge. This is one that you can take on yourself. But first off, here's your meme of the day, brought to you by Zephyr or Zfire or Zephyr96. On this Invicta subreddit, title thread was episode 1094. And then they also said, sorry for the bad quality. It was made by the power of paint and 4 hours of sleep. Knifestone is Knifestone, but the D4 can be anything. He can even be Knifestone. You know how much we love that. Yeah. Look, sometimes I just re-roll for fun. I don't understand why it's so hard to grasp. So thank you very much to Zephyr. Here we go. I'm going to explain the rules right now, and then we are just going to get going. I've amended some stuff as well to make it even more spicier. C today is going to be Victor 1-1 Quebec, 9 Victor November Tango. So first off, I'm not going to start the run yet because we may need boss rush. First off, playing as Isaac with the D6. That is it. Second off, I have to do full clears on every single floor. Third off, I must now kill Mother on the first lap. Right? I don't have to go alt path, but I do have to go and beat Mother on the first lap. And finally, I am going to also throw in the no C's challenge as well into this. As I talked about earlier on in June, no coins, no cards, no chests. That's it. So this is going to be difficult. So without further ado, we go on to the Invicta challenge. And of course, it's also Curse the Blind here. So I did not put the curse on myself, but with this going on a first lap of Mother, we're going to have to get powerful very quickly, and a first floor Curse of Blind is not the way to do it, Chief. So it's going to be very, very, very challenging. So I still need keys. They're going to be important. There's literally no reason for us to go into curse rooms at this point because I can't pick up coins, I can't pick up chests, I cannot pick up any cards at all. So it's just going to be pure. This is just going to be an all-out, drag-out, just fight. Toxic Shock, fantastic. Could not have thought of a better starting item for us. Now, I can't go into secret rooms, obviously, if we do find them. If I happen to pick up a coin, it's fine. I'm not going to try to pick up coins, but just remember, force a habit, right? I'm probably going to pick up a card or two, but I'm not going to use them. I'm not going to pick up any coins. If I do pick up coins, I'm not going to use them either. It's just, again, it's going to be, you're talking about well over a decade of force a habit. So if I happen to screw up on that, please forgive me. That's all I can say. Gonna save that soul heart here. There's no reason for us to go into a shop because we can't actually take it. However, the only exception to this would be for us if we do find the quarter. The quarter is the only thing that I can use to buy something out of a shop. That is it. No cards, can't use them. Not even gonna pick them up. So this is sort of like a designed like torture chamber run for me, but also this is probably going to be one of the hardest challenges, custom challenges that I've ever done ever. Because not only do we have the no C's challenge, but also having to do full clears, and then on top of that, throw in the first lap Mother kill. Yeah, we need to get a very good devil deal. It's going to be totally item driven too, so we're not going to have any Emperor cards, we're not going to have any Hierophant cards. We got to play lights out from this, and the reason why I'm playing is Isaac, so we have a little bit of a chance here with D6, and also of course we have base Isaac stats, so we don't get hard carried by something that is not something that we wanted. And yeah, now curse rooms, I will go into curse rooms if it makes sense, but not if it's going to be lethal. When I say full clears, I'm not talking about curse rooms. That is the exception. I am going to go in here anyway, even though there's really no point for it, but there might be a soul heart. There is. That's good. Can't take chests. If I happen to open a chest, again, it's purely accidental. I'm not going to take anything from the chest, so no matter what's in there, I just can't take it. And all these are the arbitrary rules for me to basically just try to live through this. Now, there is one small caveat, which I will say, is if I don't have the keys or the bombs to get into alt path, it's okay for me to go buy one from the store or something like that, or I can just, if I happen to open a chest and get a bomb, I'm only going to take the necessary bombs out of there just so I can access alt path without having to teleport. So that being said, hold on tight. Here we go. We're going to last week's question of the episode, coming in from the Crash and Burn episode. This one was sent in by Colt G 2021, who said, question, what are you looking forward to if there is going to be an Isaac 2? Ed has already talked about that there will eventually be a sequel to The Binding of Isaac. So it's many years down the road. It's going to be far after Eugenics comes out and probably DLC for that game. But there will be a Binding of Isaac 2 eventually. This was something that he and I talked about on my own interview with him many years ago for the release of Repentance. So that is something that I think will. I honestly don't know what he's going to do to change the formula of Isaac. It almost feels like he can't, right? But for some reason, I don't know why, I've always suspected that Isaac 2 will be a dungeon crawler-esque type deal. It's not going to have any relation to the gameplay that we all have come to know and love here with the isometric top-down stuff. I'm going to take the key here because at least it saves us a key to get into the not only alt path, but of course the item room. I feel like I could see him trying to turn Isaac 2 into a Darkest Dungeon-esque type, like turn-based game. I don't know why I've always kind of felt like that. It just, I don't know. It's weird because it's like, I feel like that's the next natural progression. Is a totally reimagined way to play Isaac. Skinny on Mushroom is fantastic for us here. It is going to give us a movement speed upgrade, a huge tiers up. We might as well go into the shop just to check it out, but obviously we can't buy anything in here, so yeah. This is gonna be spicy. And again, without me being able to take any sort of chests of any kind or cards or coins, it's going to be very difficult. So, but yeah, that's really the one thing I'm looking forward to. If we do happen to get, oh, this is huge. If we do happen to get an Isaac 2, it will be to see if there's going to be some kind of drastic change in the formula. I would love to, honestly, like I would be totally down for a Darkest Dungeon style Isaac game that has like, you know, like horrific bosses and big scary mobs and that sort of stuff, but tons of items and synergies. I think that'd be really, really neat. So refocusing back in this run here, we've got Skinny on Mushroom. It almost maxes out our tiers rate. It gives us a nice movement speed here. It does kill our damage a little bit, but that's a small price to pay. This is better than having something like Soy Milk that would destroy all of our future damage ups. Now Green Dookie is a little bit scary, but we have this 5 room here, and being able to redo one of the floors, just giving us an extra floor for free is absolutely massive for us, especially with the D6. So this gives us, it doesn't give us a guaranteed double deal on the redo of this floor, but at least it gives us another item pedestal and a boss item pedestal and also a secret room pedestal that we may be able to do some good stuff with. So it's only going to get us stronger, and that's exactly what we need if we're going to be fighting Mother on lap 1. Latchkey, it gives us a key and luck and soul hearts. I don't think I can realistically pass that up. And Ibelisle is also fantastic. No way I'm gonna pass that up either. Gives us piercing shots, gives us that pass-through damage. Technically it doesn't give us any damage up, but that's okay. Since we have a golden key, I'm gonna go into the alt path door because there might be something in here that we want. There's not. So just remember, we have to go into alt path now because we need the knife piece. So, and yeah, I'm not going to go in the curse room. There's just no reason for it. We could look for the secret room, which is probably here. It's not there. It's got to be above the shop. That's the only other realistic spot it could be. That it would be. It is. Nope, can't open it. I mean, I'm allowed to open it, but if it's like, oh no, like, whoops, I accidentally opened it, it's not that big of a deal, because again, I'm not going to be able to take cards or anything out of it. So, all right, let's redo it, and hopefully we get some HP and some damage. Curse of Loss. We do get a library though, and that's going to be pretty nice for us to reroll. At least it's not Curse the Blind. Okay, so this is a big decision for us because let's wait. Let's wait on doing anything with those books until after we're done with this floor. I do not want to get into a spot where we don't get a boss item, especially with the book of the Satanic Bible. Okay, charge key is going to be excellent for another reroll for us. I accidentally opened that chest. My bad. Again, force of habit. I could have made it to where, like, all chests are prevented from opening and that sort of stuff with, like, the rules and that sort of thing, but I really didn't want to do a modded run for this of any kind. Outside of external information mod, obviously, which at this point, like, are we really considering it a mod? I mean, let's get real here. It is a very required function of the game for those of you who are playing on PC, so it's hard to even call it a mod, even though technically I guess it is. Wow, Cricket's body is going to give us another huge tears up, including breaking the cap. And with Eye of Belial, that's going to give us a lot of extra little shots here and there that we're going to be able to have splinter off and deal a good amount of damage to everything. So we're looking very, very good early on. The problem now is now going to shift towards we're sorted on tears. We're okay on movement speed for now. Now we need damage. I can't not pick this chest up. So again, if I get a coin, I'm not going to use it. So no chests, no cards, no coins. Full clears as much as humanly possible, with the exception of curse rooms and boss trap rooms that I can't get in. Gonna be Fallen. So Fallen gives us an extra chance to get a guaranteed double deal item here without having to pay the HP for it, which is great. That's very good. Outside of us, like, getting the Satanic Bible and stuff, but we got to play lights out for this challenge. Guppy's Collar's fantastic. We just can't re-roll it. I mean, there's no reason to. And we're getting an early Krampus fight out of the way early here, but we are going to get lit up by him, of course, because we have absolutely no room to maneuver. That was pretty cool. He just kind of just got us in the corner there. Oh, okay. We're just going to keep on doing it, I guess. Well, at least we can get into the boss trap room now, so joke's on you, Krampus. Brother, what is up with these angles that he's taking? That was ridiculous. Death list is fine. I don't think I've ever been hit by more Krampus beams in my entire life there. Okay, so let's go see what's inside of the boss trap room here. It is divorce papers and tears up, so that's going to essentially mask. That is now we're at the soft hard cap of tears. We would need another item that breaks the tears cap before being able to go past 5.50. Thanks to Cricket's body. So we would need something like, say, Mom's Perfume, Void. We could get we could break the tears cap with what's another one that breaks tears cap? Pisces. Ooh. I am gonna take Pinky Eye for poison. The reason being is because we're firing so many shots right now. We're basically always going to have that. We're always going to have that proc coming out of Pink Eye. I don't remember if those double hearts were given out of a chest. I don't think they were. Okay, so now is the pivotal moment here. I can't take this heart and I can't take that key. I can take this charge key though. So what we need to do is we don't have the Bible. We're going to have to use a lot of keys here. We can't really do that because that would prevent us from going to alt path, which really sucks. So I'm hoping that one of these books turns into the Bible. But another problem is that I have to touch all of these in order for them to count. So I'm going to touch the Book of Revelations, obviously, the Satanic Bible for HP. And then I'm going to use the Book of Sin. Hopefully it gives us a key or a full charge. Gave us neither. I guess it's okay to go down to one key. That's fine. The Shadows, Book of the Dead. Okay. Reroll. And, yep. Just going to touch all these. Now, we could get mapping out of the Book of Secrets. That would be fine. Taking pills is always an option as well, but I am going to just take the D-Sizzle, obviously. Two keys left. It's a little bit of a scary proposal, but we should be okay for now. But it's going to very, very quickly, we're going to need damage. Look at, oh, double key. Wow. Okay. Hey, look, I'll take it. Curse the Unknown. All right. So now things start getting serious here. We're in alt path. We are in a pretty good spot in terms of our damage. Well, our DPS anyway, but big concern is going to be our damage moving forward here. And remember, we're going to fight Mother, so can't take those. Secret room should be here though. Yep. Remember, we also have to do full clears whenever humanly possible. So all of the going through an entire a full alt path is kind of terrifying here. Now we can go back up to the light side after this floor, and we don't have to go back down on alt path until the next floor if we wanted to. Shop there. There's no reason for us to spit in there. It's going to be hard to keep track of which items have been dropped by a chest too. I'll try to do my best, but again, patience is a virtue. There's the Ave here. Okay, so here is our knife piece. I'm not going to go in there yet. I want to go fight the boss first to see if we can get some kind of damage upgrade before we go possibly fight the extra boss. And we're going to most likely have to fight the extra boss too. Mystery Sack is not great here. Spider Babby is also not great. There's the White Fire. Probably shouldn't have used my reroll there. Super Secret Room's here. The Wormwood is not necessarily a boss that I'm super scared over to fight as the Lost, but not one that I want to fight either with suboptimal damage here. Wow, okay. Yeah, that's why I should not have used the D6. Well, it didn't matter anyway. Okay. So let's go into the mirror. Yeah, I don't know if I want to fight Wormwood. I'm gonna be honest. We should probably go do it, but at the same time, I'm a little spooked by the amount of hits that we took. So we definitely want to get a full charge for the D6 before going back to the right side up world. And piercing or Spectral Tears is definitely something that we absolutely want for this build here. And no, I'm not going to do a full clear of the upside down. There's no reason to. Well, let's put it this way: it's out of bounds of what we're trying to do with the challenge. I'm worried about how much we have lost here in terms of HP. Yeah, Blood Rights is again not gonna cut it. I mean, Navi's fine. Could have been a better floor for sure. And again, I'm not going to go into Ash Pit 1. I'm instead going to go back up to the caves in order to get a little bit of an easier, or not caves, but depths here, just so we can get a little bit of easier time before going back down to Alt Path. There we go. Back in Catacombs. We got a range upgrade. Thankfully, we have no curse, so that's good. Now, obviously, Toxic Shock is going to kind of put a little bit of a wrinkle in our plan here with Death List, but if Death List pays out, fine. If it doesn't, we're not expecting it to, right? Get a Bumba. Let's go fight the boss now, since we are going to have a reroll for the Devil Deal anyway. I'm not expecting a Devil Deal. I would like to get one, but I'm not expecting one. And a movement speed upgrade, no way I'm removing that. No way. Absolutely big time movement speed up. So now we have some options here with our item room. Loki's Horns, I think we can do better. Esau Jr. is interesting, but it's not more interesting than having the D6. I'm actually surprised that, well, actually, no, I'm not surprised that we didn't have enough damage with Toxic Shock there. Yeah, we need, if we get a couple of solid damage upgrades, we're going to have a real good shot at destroying Mom. Avi said that there's a... I saw her move over to that rock right before we went to the secret room. So she's lying to us. And I know some people are like, oh, the crawl spaces can move. Doesn't make any dang sense, man. This is going to be a very heavy strategical commentary episode because we got to be locked in here. I mean, like, realistically, it shouldn't be that bad at this when you look at it on the surface. It's like, yeah, it's just Isaac to Mother. Like, what's the big deal about that? But when you stop and remember how much resources we get out of being able to open chests, being able to go to the store because of coins, being able to get cards that allows us to skip to bosses and give us HP. When you factor in all that stuff and the stuff that we're missing out on, that's real bad. Now, I can use store credit. Store credit is not a coin, nor is it a card. So I am going to take advantage of that. And let's hope that we can get a good shop here. We're going to re-roll and we get quad shot. That's going to kill our tears rate, but quad shot could be huge with us having Cricket's body. So that's a good re-roll there on quad shot. And then we get a free hive mind. We can only buy one thing, so we got to make it count. Beelzebub would be nice for flying. Or we can go HP, but honestly, I'm going to go hive mind. Yeah. And that works for me, so I think we will do that, and we will go on down to the depths. Right? Or can we not go to the depths? I think we actually have to go back into, no, we have to go back into the mines. It's been a while since I've done a first lap alt path. Okay, yeah, glad I didn't do that. So, obviously, with the tiers down, it's going to be dangerous. The lack of damage is also kind of a big deal here. Okay, let's chill out here. I'm doing that to get maybe a better chance of the devil deal. We can take pills if we wanted to. That's about the only thing that we have as far as avenues of release for us, but obviously I'm not going to do that. There's a tenant rock over here. Oh, there's two soul hearts over there. Thank you. Very kind of you, game. Now I'm ready for the build to come due here. Friendly ball is friendly bad. Hey, look, it's an item pedestal that we can see and we can re-roll. That's good enough for me. Wow. Okay. Here goes one of our soul hearts immediately. We'll take this. Okay, global D6. So we get a second re-roll on the floor, and that's something that we could utilize. But here is the minecart, which obviously we got to do a full clear anyway because this is a Invicta challenge. That's a huge damage upgrade for us. And I was just getting ready to say, Death's List, this is your time. If you wanted to get back out of the doghouse and get back in the good graces, this is how you do it here, Chief. This is how you do it, Pimpin'. And we get Cancer, which is absolutely huge as well, because now if we take damage, we're now going to have the wafer effect for the rest of the room. That is run saving right there. Oh yeah, fire, aren't you? There's another tinted rock over here. Get a bomb, okay. Even just one damage upgrade right now with this build is going to be huge. I'm not going to try to force Death's List. Remember, we got to do a full clear anyway. So that opened up the minecart. I know that the super secret room is here. Rotten Hearts. I mean, we could utilize them, I guess, but we have a full charge ready to go. I'm not going to go do the mother run yet. So we should be able to down Reap Creep pretty quickly here with Eye of Belial and all these split shots that we've got. If we can get a Death's List payout of damage here, that'd be perfect. Gave us movement speed. Okay. I'm going to take meat for sure. Oh, man. Death's Touch and Contract from Below as well. Wow. I mean, Contract from Below is less enticing to me. I mean, Purgatory ain't a bad shout. But then we're at the mercy of just soul hearts, and that's a little bit scary. But Purgatory is going to allow us to have at least some kind of backup damage. Now, here's the thing that I hate about Alt Path. This is one of the biggest things I hate about Alt Path. All right? Is the fact that you have to pay HP to get into the next area that you're trying to go into. We end up not using the 4 room, and honestly, that's probably a good sign. But not taking damage here is going to be imperative because we have to pay 2 HP just to get into the next part of the run, which is one of the things I absolutely hate about Alt Path. And just based on that fact alone, keeps me from ever considering ever doing this, like every single run. Outside of unlocks, there is literally no reason to ever do Alt Path. And that's a majority of Repentance. And I really wish that it wasn't like that. Some players like to go Alt Path for the challenge. I ain't gonna hate on you for it, but when you're trying to just win, there's really no reason to. We've done Alt Path week before last year, and it was actually surprisingly successful. Giving us the extra items every single time to at least have the option was kind of nice, but remember it's blind, so you know, take it with a grain of salt unless you get something like Dreamcatcher. Gotta be careful you don't shoot your way into the barrel there. And we're just being methodical and very slow here. Not under any sort of pressure or anything. I'm going to send her to the side or up before we go down here because I don't want her to have us in a short room. Same thing here. I'm just going to wait for her to go back up. And we go in the opposite direction of Mother. Same thing, go send her up. Go send her to the right. You can control where she goes. Always send her in the opposite direction where you need to go. I'm going to wait for her to come back, and then I'm going to send her back to the left, and then we're going to go down. Because of this spot right here. And that is how you handle the mother run. Okay, here we go. Things are gonna get they're gonna get spicy from here on out. So we gotta hope that we get some HP here. And no bombs, so we can't go in the secret room there, Navi. Sorry. Remember, we got to do full clears here, so regardless of where we start, we're always going to have to do the entire level. Yeah, Holy Crown doesn't do anything for us. We'll never see Cathedral on this run. And really, the lack of bombs is directly because we can't take chests right now. Can't open it, so... Notice how I use the rock right there to block the flames. That's about the only thing that you can do. Yep. The free range upgrade, which honestly is fine because we took Cricket's body, so... We need the range, especially if we're going to be getting up close and personal. And I maintain that I believe that the cancer item is going to be the biggest pickup for us. Ares... We already have good movement speed. We don't need Ares. But we're certainly not using it for damage. Yeah. I think Sinus Infection is a good shout here, too. That's going to give us a way to deal damage without dealing damage directly. Get another range upgrade, which I'm fine with. I may pick up a coin here. And not really too concerned with Death's List as much as I am just not taking damage. Toxic Shock really, again, helping us out in a big way. That was the knockback from Cricket's body. I got that bomb, actually, so I am going to use this opportunity to take this Tenon Rock now. Because we need HP here. Bomb was just clipped enough to where it wasn't able to spawn outside of that rock, and we were able to grab it. This really highlights the importance of bombs as well, and just regular chests. Yeah, we don't have to hit those buttons, so not gonna. All right, full clear achieved. Let's go fight the boss. But now HP becomes a problem because we can't be so spendy with our HP and a Devil Deal. The Heretic is not a good matchup for us. At all. Of course, we had hit at the very end. I am going to take Placenta. We need the HP. Okay. Oh, I've never seen this room before. Kind of hate it. My brain is breaking. Brother, don't ever give me this room ever again. Wow. I almost don't want to go into this secret room because we need it for... We need those bombs for Tinted Rocks. Bombs are a precious commodity right now. Which makes the decision to not take... Contract from Below a difficult one. Because, I mean, I knew that bombs are going to be a problem, but... I don't really care about keys, so... I'm not going to make boss rush, and that's no surprise there. Yeah, Little Haunt's not going to do it. I am going to go ahead and use the 4 room here now. So that is a global D6, and we're just going to try to run it again. Parasitoid's very good. Get the Spider Babby and Beelzebub transformation. So now we have flying, and that is where the Hive Mind pickup was huge. Get a movement speed upgrade anyway, so we didn't even need Ares at this point. And we get another range upgrade. Okay. And just kind of playing it safe here. Get a Bumba and a key. It's good. Can't do it. Can't open them. Ooh, wish I could. I could open sacks, though. And we get, wow, lots of bombs and 2 big bone hearts. I'm going to use a bomb here just so I don't accidentally hit it while I'm trying to avoid these chests. I know that seems dumb, but look, I'm doing the best I can to not flub this one up. Okay, so we still have a little bit of ways to go for the full clear. And I cannot stress to you how important it was that we got Beelzebub. Absolutely massive. And this is what a super strategical Invicta run would look like. And I know that a lot of people really would love to see more of these type of videos. And again, it's not that I don't mind. It's not that I don't like doing them. It's just that like it leans way less into the entertainment side of the commentary and way more into the, okay, we're in tryhard mode because we have to be in tryhard mode for this. I think I've done a pretty good job so far. I'm going to save our bombs. I do not want to use them unless we have Tinted Rocks at this point, because every single HP that we get from here on out is absolute. It is imperative that we hold on to it. These Bone Hearts, I don't even know if I would take a Devil Deal to get rid of them at this point. They're extremely important, especially with cancer. Good damage here from Parasitoid. Absolutely dominated Mom there. We didn't get a Devil Deal, and honestly, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to take the Polaroid. I'm going to take the negative for damage, because this is something that we desperately need here. So I'm fine with us not getting a Devil Deal. I'm actually fine to run this without losing any more HP for a Devil Deal. I think we just send it. You hit a damage there. That's fine. It's to be expected. All right, here we go. There's the darkness. Get nice tears up there from Death's List. Not a lot, but it's a little, you know. There's a Red Heart refill station there, so that's good too. Horse pill. Well, thank you. Never on a Wednesday. Or Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. Okay, well, we only have one way to go now, so... Ooh, nice. I will take Flat File. That removes any spike rocks or any mimic chests or anything like that. Now, obviously, we can't take mimic chests, but it's good to know that that spike rocks are not going to be a problem for us right now. It also means that we can go into curse rooms for free if we really wanted to. We have 11 keys to the vault. There's no reason for me to do this, but... Would have been nice if we... I mean, technically, we did get a payout from Death's List there. We got that key, so... Just gonna take a peek. Magic Skin. We can re-roll this pedestal, though. Okay, this Magic Skin pedestal that turned into Euthanasia is pretty big. Can't do it. Can't activate the challenge rune, unfortunately. So I think what we need to do is we need to really, really focus on getting a reroll for that item pedestal. This could produce us a charge here if it spawns mobs. And it didn't. Okay. Again, Death's List, not that important right now. Mitigating damage is the most important factor of our job now. Now, we can save a reroll for the boss. We probably will still use it for the Euthanasia. Like, Euthanasia is not a bad pickup for us, especially with us having Death's Touch and Cricket's Body. I'm glad it's not, Rot Gut. Movement speed, not something we need. We do get a Devil Deal. No, it's not worth losing the HP. It's not. I'd rather gain HP, which is the reason why I'm going to re-roll Caffeine Pill, and then we're going to go back and take Euthanasia, because Euthanasia it's too good to re-roll. If we had no other item re-roll possible, then I would do it. But there's absolutely no reason to re-roll it when we have a perfectly good boss pedestal right here. And we get HP. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's what we want, because all we have to do now is just out-tank Mother, and we are golden. We have done this Invicta challenge. This is good. I'm feeling good about this. So despite not taking any chests, no coins, no shops with the exception of store credit, and doing full clears, we're looking pretty solid here. Hive Mind's doing a big work too. And really, one of the biggest game-changing moments here was Hive Mind and getting that store credit, because that now allows us with Hive Mind to have a boosted amount of damage thanks to Parasitoid. And ultimately, that damage is going to be able to carry us through this and get the dub. Oh man, we get an Algiz Rune. Yeah, it's over. I mean, this one is in the books. But I want to say thank you all very much for, just looking back at everything in June, and everyone who said, kind words in the community post. I want to just say thank you all. It took us a little while to get this like streak goal done, and that's just how it goes. I'm not worried about rushing through all the like streaks. It gives a very fun but persistent challenge, and a very good way to support my channel, and something to shoot for, right? This like streak goal was something that I was worried about. I came up with the idea to do Mother at the last second. I was like, I think that since I'm playing as Isaac, it's going to be pretty strong. So let's make it even spicier and throw Mother into the mix. And I'm glad I did, because this was something that we really needed to think about here. Crawl space here, Navi? Actually? Friend finder. I mean, we can re-roll this. Yeah, right. So now one other variant that I was thinking about doing with this challenge was I was going to force myself to take nothing but blind items. I decided against that in favor of having a harder boss to fight. The next iteration, if we end up doing, if people really like this one, I shouldn't have picked those up. If people really like this one, we'll definitely do it again. But the next Light Streak goal is going to be a little bit wackier, and I think it's going to be fun too. So it's definitely going to need some community involvement. But I enjoy these type of Light Streaks where we kind of make our own rules, and it gives other players to kind of be like, hey, like I want to try that challenge too. That sounds like a good idea. Or hey, let's spice it up and make it even harder. Let's give us all blind items. Let's make sure that we have to do all full clears, but also maybe make it to where every enemy is a champion with the rules or something like that. So, you know, and get crazy with it. I would love to see people make their own custom challenges and share them on the subreddit. We do it all the time and talk about it on Discord as well. You know, and it gives something for me to really kind of like work towards, you know, and not only are these runs entertaining, but again, people would like to see this stuff because it is out of the norm for my usual stuff of videos, and it's a nice change of pace, but still very challenging. And this run definitely up until the very end here was it was a thinker. We had to figure it out. Going over to alt path is not always a good idea. In fact, it's a terrible idea. But I got to give the MVP, honestly, to that store credit, giving us Hive Mind and also setting us up to have Beelzebub. That was a big one. The D6 giving us rerolls, of course, was huge, and you know everything else that followed after that. It was a good run, and you know, it was one of those feel-good type runs where it's like, we did good today. We did good. So thank you for making this Light Streak goal possible, everyone. And again, for dealing with the month of June. I'm glad that it's over now, and we're looking on towards a much better start to July than June. So if you enjoyed this challenge run, let me know by clicking the like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what other type of challenges you would like to see here, or if you got some good old arbitrary Sinvicta challenges you'd like to see run on YouTube as well. Post them in the comments down below. Check out the Sinvicta subreddit. Join our Discord. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. Have a great start to your midweek. As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to pages of mine like RickRoo59, Noah Drummond, and Asher. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.